Hi everyone, my name is Serena. Welcome back to my channel. It is currently the 31st of December, so Happy New Year. I am here to show you the books that I've hauled in the past 6 months since my last book haul, and I have a few books to unhaul. So that's what I'm gonna do today, and yeah, let's just start with the haul first. I have 12 books to haul, and most of them are ARCs that I get from work, and I also purchased a few of them. So the first one is The Night We Lost Him by Laura Dean. I read The Last Thing He Told Me, I'm pretty sure was the title. It was a decent book. This book is about this man, Liam Noon, who dies, disappears. We don't really know what happened, and his children, Nora and Sam, are trying to figure out what actually happened. So it seems like a simple plot. Hopefully this is a quick read like the other one, and hopefully I like it. Next one is a book that I purchased and I actually read. I will talk about it more in the wrap up. What I can say about it is that I really liked it. This is Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata. I bought this because it is so small. It's tiny. I want to read more Japanese, Asian books in general, but this one caught my eye. I think it has a cute cover. This is a slice of life story. I feel like most Japanese stories are about that. There's not an intricate plot. It's about this woman who works at a convenience store, and we see her day-to-day life. We see this man come into her life and she tries to change things since everybody is judging her for working at this store, and I just really liked it. I really did. Third book is another book that I bought, and it's a nonfiction. It's The Art Thief by Michael Finkel. This is about the art thief. What's his name? Stefan Breitweiser. This man has stolen so many works of art, and his collection was worth $2 billion. So I thought that was very interesting. I like the sprayed edges. I want to read about that. It has pictures in it of the art that he stole, I'm assuming, and yeah. I just really like the cover and it sounds interesting. Fourth book is an ARC. It's Richard Osman's We Solve Murders. I did not read The Thursday Murder Club yet, but when I saw this ARC, I grabbed it because I recognized the author, and I've heard that his mysteries are kind of fun, so why not? And it's about these two people, Steve and Amy, solving a murder. Steve is retired, but he still enjoys investigating, and Amy is working in private security, and she's currently on a remote island protecting an author until a dead body and a bag shows up on this island, so they have to try to solve this murder. Next book I bought is Behold the Dreamers by Mbolo Mbue. She is a Cameroonian author. This is about this husband and wife who are Cameroonian immigrants who live in Harlem, and they get a job with this family who own this business. Unfortunately, this business is doing something shady. There's something wrong there, but they still, try their best to keep their job, and that results into more, complications in their marriage and stuff like that. So it sounds good. I want to read it. Next book that I bought is The Most by Jessica Anthony. Again, another small book. For some reason, books that are tiny like this really intrigue me, and this one is one of them. This is about this woman who lives in Delaware. She's a housewife. She loves tennis. And one Sunday, while her husband and child are at church, I think, she goes into the pool and she doesn't come out. She doesn't want to come out of the pool. So I don't know if she's having a mental breakdown. Next book, I really don't know how to explain it, but it is an arc from another author that I've heard about. I've never read anything by them before. It's Eric LaRocca. This is At Dark I Become Lonesome. So it's about this man who loses his wife and his young son disappears. And so it's about grieving, I'm assuming. And he has constructed a ritual for those whose desire to die is at war with the yearning of a better life. So, sounds creepy. Another arc, it's Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey. I own Migrations by this author. I haven't read it yet, but when I saw this arc, I immediately grabbed it. And again, it's about grief. It's about this family who loses the mom. So the husband loses the wife and the children lose the mom, and they go live on this very remote island, and then this woman shows up. There's a storm and there are twists. So the whole isolated island thing intrigues me. Next I have another arc. It's The River Has Roots by Amal El Motar. This is the same author of the This Is How You Lose the Time War. I've heard of that book. I've heard it's actually hard. It's a hard book to read. I don't know because I haven't read it. But this is again another short book that I wanted to grab. And it's inspired by the folk ballad The Cruel Sister, in which an older sister murders the younger sister for the love of a man. But I'm assuming that's not what happens this time around. When Esther rejects a suitor in favor of her lover from Fairy, their sisterly bond and their very lives will be at risk. Next book that I have is another arc, another small book by another Asian author. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, another Japanese author. It's A Perfect Day to Be Alone by Nene Aoyama. But this was reminding me of Convenience Store Woman because it's like a slice of life kind of book. It's about this girl who lives with an old woman since her mother immigrates to a different country, and it's about her year of trying to figure out her life, her figuring out how to be lonely but not miserable. I'm guessing she gets part-time jobs, she gets in unsatisfying relationships. After that, I bought The Block Party by Jamie Day. I've just seen this around. It's a thriller. It's about this block party, this party where I'm assuming a murder happens, and we get flashbacks of the party a year before this one, and we get to know, you know, the neighbors. So yeah, sounds like a fun thriller. And last book that I have is the last arc of the year, and it's by an author I've actually read a book from before. It's Death of the Author by Nnedi Okorafor. I read Binti, and I read the second book in Binti. I have to read the third book. I liked it. This one sounds really cool though. It's like a metafiction kind of story. It's a story in a story, and it says it's for people who liked Yellowface and Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow. I really like both of them, especially Yellowface. So I am excited to read this one. This is more of a sci-fi kind of book because there's AI in it. I am terrified of AI, so I don't know, but this is 30 years in the making. Yeah, I have to read it. And those are all the books that I hauled the past 6 months. Let's talk about the books that I'm unhauling now. I have 10 books at the moment. I'm going to post them on my Pango Books. I will link it down below. I don't have any big reasons for unhauling these. Some of them I actually didn't like. A couple of them I haven't read because I don't think I'm going to. And then other ones are just books that I'm not going to reread, and they weren't absolutely favorites that I want on my shelf. So I like some of them I actually liked, and I didn't, you know, I didn't hate. I just want to make more room for new books. Let's start with the books that I haven't read yet, that I'm not going to, because I've had them on my shelf for like 10 years and I'm just not interested in them anymore. They're part of a series, a trilogy actually. I own 2 of them. It's The Nightmare Affair by Mindy Arnett. And this is the first one, this is the second book. It's about this girl who can enter people's nightmares, and it's a young adult. I don't know, I just don't feel like reading it. The next few books are books that I did not dislike. I actually like them, but as I said, I'm just gonna try to make more room on my shelves. This is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I watched the show, I read the book, I enjoyed both of them. I think I gave this 3 or 3.5 stars. It was good. This is the large print edition that I got from somewhere. I didn't even realize it was large print. This is about this physicist who creates this portal to different worlds. I don't really know the technical term anymore, I forgot, but it's like a multiverse kind of thing, and it's fun, it's interesting. I'm just never going to reread this one, so unhauled. Same with I Wish You All the Best. This is about a non-binary character that is going through a difficult time with their family, and it's actually a really good book, and I'm unhauling it just because I don't think I'm ever going to reread it, and I feel like someone else would appreciate this. Then I have Not a Drop to Drink. This is one of the oldest books that I had on my TBR. I read it. It was okay. And it's part of a series, I believe, or at least a duology that I'm never going to finish. And it's about this like futuristic world in which water is very scarce, and this family, this woman with her daughter, they have this pond that they're trying to protect at all costs. Next, I have one that's gonna surprise you. It's Circe by Madeline Miller. Again, a good book. A really good book. I read this one. I read The Song of Achilles. I don't own The Song of Achilles. This is very small, so either way, if I did really like it, I would probably get like a bigger size of this version of this book. I'm just personally not a huge fan of Greek mythology. It's about Circe. Her life, literally her whole life, and she lived a long life. Next, I have The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins. I read this recently, and it's a thriller. It's a thriller. It's a 3-star thriller for me that I'm never gonna reread, and it's literally about this woman who has secrets. She's new in town. She meets this man. They fall in love, but this man's ex-wife died, and they're still trying to figure out how she died. By the same author, The Villa. I read this book and I talk about it in my reading books set in Italy vlog that I already uploaded, and I thought it was decent. It's about these 2 author friends that go on a writing retreat to Italy, and they stay in this house where there was a murder in the past. So while they're writing in this villa, they're also trying to figure out what actually happened in this place. Same with One Italian Summer. I read this book in that vlog, and I talk about it a lot in that vlog. This is actually the only book in this unhaul that I did not like at all. I did not like this one at all. Cover's beautiful, concept was intriguing, and I liked the concept, but the execution, what actually happens, was not for me. There's cheating, there's, I don't know, just unlikable characters in my opinion, and yeah, disappointing. But the other day at the bookstore, someone told me they actually loved it, so like, you might like it. Last book that I have here, I don't know, I feel like I'm never gonna reread this book actually. It's the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. That's a long title. It's by Grady Hendrix. I read this book. I read My Best Friend's Exorcism by him, and I thought they were both good. I gave both of them, I think, 3.5 stars. My best friend's exorcism is about teenagers, and this is about mothers. This in particular is about these women, these mothers who have a book club, and there's this new man in town and weird things are happening, kids are dying, and yeah, they investigate, they try to know what is going on, and all of the husbands think they're crazy, obviously. I think it was good. I just don't, I don't know, I don't think I'm ever going to reread it, you know? So, and I can always rebuy it, you know, if I do. But yeah, those are all the books that I'm unhauling. As I said, they'll be on my Penguin Books if you want it, if you live in the US and you want any of them. But yeah, happy new year again. I'll see you guys in my next video, which most likely will be a final wrap up of the year. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.